Yes. Hi, Richard. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news that could only mean one thing.
Steelers. They're going to be playing in France.
I saw that. Parlez-vous français?
Yeah.
No.
Nope. But they are playing a quasi French team in the New Orleans Saints, I guess. Who
What do
is
you mean quasi? Because
well,
of the
they have
French.
a fleur de lis as their logo. It's a very French place in New Orleans, so they'll be the home team. All of that. International gamed out.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't get the end game of the
I
process.
don't understand it. I don't get it. I mean, I really don't. So I'm with you on that. I thought your breaking news was going to be about Aaron Rodgers. He seems
No, there's no
worn
Aaron
out.
Rodgers.
Are you worn out with that?
I've been worn out with it. I don't know if there's been any movement at all. Well, that's why there's been no news. It seems to be manufactured news.
I got to tell you, I'm an advocate and I like it and I want it. But at what point do I not want it anymore? At what point do I say this, we got other guys that are everybody's like focused and
That's the great question. And you know what? That's the question that is actually the biggest question. And you're kind of really the only person asking that. And the answer to it is this: when the story becomes actually bigger than the true return.
And that's my question. When is that? And again, that's not a detriment. I'm not trying to disparage anybody. I'm just saying, and I'm going to say it from Omar's side, and I'm going to say it from Aaron's side. They're both. I would call Omar a friend, and I would call Aaron not a friend because I haven't developed that relationship with him, but I have a business relationship with him on some level, and I would. And so, of course, I'm not trying to disparage anybody. I'm just saying simply, as the franchise owner, I think it's giving you a bad look.
Okay, I'll answer your question. When it detracts from the progress on the field they could potentially make, and they're not there yet.
And I agree with that. And of course, once it gets resolved, then we'll forget about all this, I'm sure, and we'll focus on going forward and not looking back. But it's a question. I mean, like, when does this story become bigger than it should? And at what point do we pull the plug and say, you know what? I'm not going to go there.
When the first team reps matter, and whenever reps start to really, like minicamp, they don't matter. It's better that veterans don't take them, to take them from the younger people. But that's, to answer your question, that's it for me. When there's an impediment in true progress for the organization on the field.
Yeah, I mean, and I really don't want to keep talking about it, and I don't want to keep bringing it up, but it's on everybody's mind. It's top of mind, and I'd like to see it for everybody's sake. I would like to see, because it will establish credibility with Aaron. It will establish credibility with the Steelers and their commitment to win now. Because I'm pretty bullish on the Steelers this year if we have the quarterback. And frankly, you're not going to like this. I would probably start, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come, I would probably start Will Howard.
Yeah, I would too. I don't, I would too. I think that Will Howard would be the guy.
Yeah, I would think so. And you have a strong backup. I mean, this Drew
Aller. I don't even know if Mason Rudolph would make the team. I try to trade him.
Yeah, 100%. That kid can throw the ball 60, 70 yards, for God's sake. I mean, that's a rocket. Now, is that everything? No. I mean, of course, like Mike McCarthy said, there's a lot to learn. There's footwork, there's understanding and reading, and there's so much. But I think he deserves a spot on the roster. But Will Howard would be my guy. And, I know Aaron likes him. And I really thought Aaron was going to come and really try to develop Will Howard. And hopefully he can and will. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it goes that way. And I'd like to see it today. I'd like to see something happen before the weekend.
Before the schedule comes out. So you're not going to France?
No, I'm not going to France.
Yeah.
I don't like France. Frankly.
You wouldn't go to North Versailles to watch the Steelers at this point, let alone the real France.
Actually, I would. Yeah. I don't like France.
No, I've got no inclination to go to France. In terms of, do you see Paul Skeens last night?
Yeah, but I keep hearing about these 8 strong innings and 2 hits. And he did it 2 days in a row.
What are you going to complain about that for?
I just feel like we're making him bigger than he is. I really do. I really do. I think that, on a team
Here's why.
such as
No,
no,
it's context. You do have a point, but here's why. Because it's like what to look forward to every fifth day. If he played for a bigger organization or one that spent more money or whatever,
right.
you would look at him folded into all these other stars and be like, oh, okay. You see
That's
what I'm
correct.
saying?
Yeah, and then Cruz, right? Oh, Cruz had the best game of his career. Well,
I hope so.
Maybe 3 days, yeah, and maybe 3 days before. And that's what Kelly said. Yesterday, he played the best game of his career. Okay, well, come on, that's a one-off, right? What about all the gaffes along the way to get to be able to play the best game of his life? Well, basis for comparison. It's like saying, I doubled my sales. Well, you sold 1. Now you're selling 2. So the narrative sounds great. I doubled. Well, you doubled. You only went from 1 to 2. So Mr. Cruz had your best game, but that's surrounded by a myriad of really bad moments.
Did I ever tell you I know the days that Paul Skeens is pitching without even looking at the websites or whatever? Do you know how I know when Paul Skeens is pitching?
No, I don't.
When I leave work, the traffic on Green Tree Hill is different than it is the other days.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, it happened again last night.
Did it? Yeah, I'm not. I want to see more. I really do. I would like to see more. I don't know how strong our grip is on him from going somewhere else. I don't know.
Well, it's got a couple years. The bullpen is the problem. And here's the thing, though. Let me twist this around on you. And I know we don't talk a lot of baseball, but let me twist this around on you. Doesn't it make it more impressive to some degree that he knows he has to do this all the time, that there aren't the ancillary pieces around him, that he has to pretty much put the organization on his back every fifth day?
Yeah, it would be hard for me to want to live up to that every day. I mean, it really would. It's and to his credit, like I don't know that I would have signed with the Pirates, and I don't know if he had a choice, but I don't know that I would have signed with them.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I hear this baloney sometimes. Like you hear this when Joe Girardi was the Yankees manager, or whenever think of people that coached teams that had great stars. They go, it's kind of hard to coach a team with all that many great players sometimes. Okay, I'll try it because I think it's a lot easier, actually.
Hell yeah.
Whenever you walk out with all that talent.
Yeah, come on. That's so ridiculous. I can't even have that. Can't even entertain that conversation.
I agree with you 100% so. But he what's crazy? He might already. What's that?
What's the guy make right now, and what would he make if he were in LA?
Well, you're locked into your rookie contract, so you have to get on the other side of it. Then he's going to hit the open market. Baseball has 5 years. Baseball has a structure where this is where it's screwed up to some degree. And Garrett Cole went through this. Sometimes they squeeze the best years out of your youngest years, most effective, and they pay you the least.
Right. And then when it comes time, your arm's blown out.
Yeah. And then you could buy out your arbitration, but you have to bet against yourself. You have to find the numeric and then say you might overpitch that, but why would you agree to a contract right now?
I just think whoever signed that collective bargaining agreement, that is not a good collective bargaining agreement for the player. It's just not.
No, no. Well, you know who it's good for? It's good for they are looking out for the constituency at the bottom end.
Right.
There's no poor baseball players.
No. I don't understand it. And I don't understand how you have such disparity between all the collective bargaining agreements and all the sports.
Well, the other part too is it's guaranteed. You could, twist your ankle in a pothole tomorrow, never be able to walk again. You got your money.
You got your money at the level you signed for. You don't have your money to the potential you should have. You don't
Connor
have,
Griffin has his money.
yeah, but it's only what, 40
No,
million?
he bought his arbitration years out and signed and whatever.
Right. But and that's still like what, 40 million?
80.
80 million. Okay. If this kid comes in and sets the world on fire, he's worth a lot more than 80.
Oh yeah.
In an open market, in a Los Angeles, New York market.
No, that's why you have to measure betting on yourself.
How much did it cost him to buy it out?
Who?
Connor.
Well, they bought out the arbitration years and then ripped it all up. Like he would have been making whatever it is, a couple million a year.
Right.
So you'd have to weigh betting on yourself or not, or you could get hurt in that interim. That's the other part too.
Yeah. Well, when you're a pitcher throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastballs, which I can hit, by the way, that's a big bet.
That's my contention. It has been all along. I don't care what the doctors say, this, that. You have a finite number of pitches in your arm.
Yeah.
And when they run out, they run out.
Yep. Agree with that too.
How's employee pricing going?
It's going great.
Yeah.
You pay what I pay. You see our video? It's fabulous.
I did see your video. You know what else I saw?
What?
2 red, white, and blue Broncos out front of the Wexford store.
Yeah, that's the what's it called? Strop.
Yes.
Strop. Yeah, they're cool.
They're sharp.
America 250, baby.
I know. You might have to get on one.
What are you driving?
I'm driving a Mustang now.
What model?
A black one. It's not a GT, a black one with gold rims.
Yeah, that's the bronze. Yeah, you maybe should be in that strop.
No. It's too loud for me.
Oh, is it?
I'm not that guy. I'm a quiet guy. So that's
not.
Well, plus we're going to Michigan in 2 weeks. That's why we have the Mustang too, to go to the race.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I'll get in that Strub after.
Yeah, you can do that.
If it's still around.
You can do whatever you want. Well, I have a couple of them.
I noticeably right out on the road. I saw them.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I love it. I just came back from Michigan. It was cold there.
Yeah, hopefully it's not cold June 5th when we go to the auto race. We go to Michigan International Speedway, which is 4 hours door to door. People think it's so far away. It's not.
No, it's not. It's not that far. I'll be out of town at that time, so I won't be there. I won't be at the race, but it's fabulous. There's a lot of good stuff going on right now.
There is a lot of good stuff. I do like that Mustang though. It's something.
Yeah, they are. They really are something. That's the best sports car. So, and you can tell your son this. When I was in Michigan, I went through the brand new Ford World headquarters.
Oh yeah. They moved.
They built it like Apple Park, right?
Right.
This monster of a building, right? One of the things I was told, they serve 5,000 lunches a day in their cafeteria. There's like 2,500 people there. And they serve 5,000 lunches a day. Can you imagine that?
No.
And it's amazing. However, the reason I'm bringing that up is because when I went through there, they had, as a matter of fact, I'll send you the picture, a 1973 Mustang convertible. It's like an aqua color with an off-white top and off-white interior. Gorgeous car.
Wow.
Just beautiful. I'll send you the picture.
Those are fantastic. I like a couple years younger, those fastbacks.
Yeah, the 68s.
Yeah, or a couple years older, I should say. Yeah, they're just like they look like a bullet.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Well, that bullet was the movie.
Yeah, they blow you away. But it had an off-white top.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm going to send it to you. And then we're going to post it also. Do you have the picture?
Man,
yeah,
that's something. All right, last thing real quick.
Yeah.
It's a rapid fire answer. If the Steelers, if you actually had to pick one international place for them to play, where would you pick? Or are you not sold on it at all? You don't want them to play internationally at all?
I think international is a waste.
I kind of do. I wouldn't mind them going to Toronto so you could drive.
I just don't get it. Like, I know you want to expand. I mean, I don't know.
I don't get it overseas. I don't get.
Okay, so here, in reverse.
Yeah.
How do you feel about FIFA?
The World Cup?
Yeah.
It was never going to sell the way they thought it was. I've been told, I'm 49 years old. They've been saying since I'm 7 years old that soccer was going to take off in America, and it hasn't.
I agree with that 100%. One of the things I came back from Ford with is, we focus on, it's a very heavily Hispanic audience.
Right.
I don't know that I have a whole big Hispanic audience here in Pittsburgh. I'm pretty sure I don't. Right?
Yeah, it's like people, and plus with sports, people love a winner. Everybody's a front runner. Until America gets good at the men's soccer game and one of the best in the world, people aren't going to pay attention to it.
But I will tell you this: our Ford spots, our Ford commercials that we're producing for this are fabulous
for the World Cup.
Yeah, they're fabulous. I just don't know how many what the Hispanic population is here. Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. Are they heavy F-150 and Maverick? The spots? Or are they just all around?
All around.
Interesting.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Talk to you soon. We'll talk about.
What are we going to talk
There's
about?
going to be a decision on Aaron Rodgers next time we talk, I promise.
I hope so.
I'll talk to you soon.